Alright, so here's our MPPT. If you take off this top here, you'll see the connections that we have here. This is going to be the battery going to negative. This one is going to be the solar panel going to the negative. Make sure before connecting anything up that both of these are off, so no current can flow. You're going to make an open circuit here. Looking at the different connectors coming out of here, we have this black and white one will be the voltage sensing. This will go onto the plus and minus terminals of the MPPT, or of the battery, sorry. So the MPPT will be able to read the voltage coming in, or of the batteries. These connectors, when you see these types of connectors, that means that's for the solar panel, and the color will of course be to the negative versus the red, which is going to be to the positive. And then the ones that have little lugs at the end, these are where they connect to the batteries, plus and minus for those. And find this gray one here, that's going to be your temperature sensor that goes on the battery as well. And that will help you to see the proper operating temperature to be able to turn off the system if it gets too hot. Alright, so here I have it all connected up. I know it's not pretty, but I try to put it in a way that makes more sense. Here we have the plus, minus, so this is the two 12 volts in series. We have the battery sensing going between the uppermost and lowermost to get the full 24 volt sensing. We got the plus terminal for the battery, and then this is just a little connection thing that we put between the two batteries, a little short one. And then finally the minus. This is both these top and bottom plus and minus are going to the MPPT. Again, before connecting this up, we made sure that both of these were off for the solar as well as the battery. And then just for precaution, when you're connecting up the connectors for the solar, you need to make sure that the solar panel is covered so you don't get any sparking or arcing, although that's already taken care of because of our jumpers. Just precaution, because sometimes people might forget this. So yeah, now we can turn it on and uncover this thing and get some readings. So when you turn it on, make sure that you always turn on the battery first. That allows the system to actually start up, and you'll see as it goes through its diagnostics on the panel here, and once it starts waiting, you'll see it finally stop doing weird diagnostics on the screen here, and it'll settle to voltage. So here we can see our 24 volts, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. It says night mode because we do not have any current yet because the panels are still covered, 0 watts. But now that that's done, now you can turn on the solar to allow it to come in. Still, we won't have anything because the solar is still off, but as you see, if we take off the solar sheet that we have on there, and now it says that we are reading very good. Let's see if you can see that here. No, still can't see it. Well, it says 136 watts, 28.7 volts. So it is in the absorption stage. It says 78 degrees Fahrenheit, collecting a total of 4.1 amps from this one solar panel. It's not the best. Solar panel is rated for 9 amps, or I think it's 7 amps actually. 7 amps, and but it's giving a good current for the time of day, I guess. And that's it. All connected up. You'll be able to get to this stage easily by following our SOP to understand the connections that go inside the MPPT. This is only a verification video to show how it works and the structure for setting things up. Alright, one additional precaution that I want to go through is talk about the specific solar panel and its weakness. The way it's designed does not have any bypass diodes to counter any blocked cell. So if a single cell is completely blocked, like so, you will get no current through the whole series connection of the solar panel. See here we have 0.8 amps. Let's see if I can cut it off all the way. 0.4 amps. Yeah, so it gets down to pretty much nothing. That's because the PNP junction of the silicon that allows for the power to be generated from the photovoltaics is not in its saturation region, so the odds of electricity going through is very slim. So just make sure that if you have this outside, that a single panel does not get blocked, a single cell does not get blocked completely. And one last thing, just like how we started up by turning on the breaker for the battery first, and then the solar panel breaker, we want to turn off by turning off the solar panel breaker first, and then the battery. And once again, this is because our MPPT must be on and powered before any charging can happen, or else it will damage the internal components of the MPPT.